Yesterday, it was confirmed that OpenAI will hire back Sam Altman, who was just fired as OpenAI CEO. But an hour later, we find out that he will not return as CEO of OpenAI? What? Fired? Then he returns? Then no, he's not returning. OpenAI is going to hire the former CEO of Twitch, the live streaming platform. OpenAI's interim CEO planned to hire back Sam Altman, and that interim CEO was appointed by the board, but the board fired Sam Altman. So it's hilarious. The board then, when they found out about that, said definitely no, we are not bringing back Sam Altman, and they ghosted everyone, and then they found their own new CEO. Microsoft, of course, is so upset because they had no idea about any of this, and they own about 49% of OpenAI. Also, so many OpenAI employees are expected to quit. It's a stunning development after a stunning development after a stunning development, and here's one more. Microsoft now says it can survive even if OpenAI collapses. What do they mean by that? That sounds like Microsoft is going to destroy OpenAI, perhaps on purpose now, so that they can absorb the best talent from OpenAI and basically continue what OpenAI has been doing, but maybe with higher ownership, which in the end would actually benefit Microsoft quite a bit. Microsoft would have a lot more control. There would no longer be any sort of wording of, oh yeah, we are doing this for non-profit, although our profits are capped at basically unlimited profits. We want actual unlimited profits here now. Here's another stunning development. 505 of 700 OpenAI employees tell the board to resign. From that letter from employees to the board, it says, you also informed the leadership team, the board informed, that allowing the company to be destroyed would be consistent with the mission. What did Sam Altman do that the board thinks so? Elon Musk is very worried, and he says that this one OpenAI board member who participated in firing Sam Altman has a very good moral compass and does not seek power. He would not take such drastic action unless he felt it was absolutely necessary. So the plot thickens here. But he just said, I deeply regret my participation in the board's actions. I never intended to harm OpenAI. I love everything we have built together, and I will do everything I can to reunite the company. Was he threatened or something? Why would you do such a 180? This, on the surface, makes zero sense. There is certainly something going on that we don't know about. More than a month ago, he also tweeted, if you value intelligence above all other human qualities, you are gonna have a bad time. This could have possibly been about Sam Altman, although we don't really know. More than 500 employees, 65% of the company of OpenAI, have threatened to leave the company if the current board doesn't resign and reinstate former CEO Sam Altman and former president Greg Brockman. And Microsoft has made it very clear that they want as many people from OpenAI to come to Microsoft. Microsoft shares have just hit a new all-time high on the news that Sam Altman is joining Microsoft. Microsoft now has a real possibility of developing some of the world's best, if not the best, AI. Here's what the new CEO of OpenAI said. The board did not remove Sam Altman over any specific disagreement on safety. Their reasoning was completely different from that. So that still remains a big mystery. And here's the official statement from the CEO of Microsoft about this whole situation. It reads to me like stand-up, but it's quite passive-aggressive. We remain committed to our partnership with OpenAI, even though the board just basically destroyed the company and did all of this without telling us first. Yeah, they remain committed. And have confidence in our product roadmap, our ability to continue to innovate with everything we announce at Microsoft Ignite, and in continuing to support our customers and partners. We look forward to getting to know Emma Cheer, the new OpenAI CEO, and OpenAI's new leadership team, and working with them. They look forward to working with them. Yeah, right. And we are extremely excited to share the news that Sam Altman and Greg Brockman, together with colleagues from OpenAI, will be joining Microsoft to lead a new advanced AI research team. We look forward to moving quickly to provide them with the resources needed for their success. He is so polite, despite being furious about this whole situation. Elon commented on this post, and I think there's something to this. The number of people simply unable to imagine that the board acted in good faith with a legitimate and serious concern boggles my mind. We do not, of course, know what happened, but simply dismissing the possibility seems foolish to me, especially given that they were not operating out of financial self-interest unlike all other actors here. This whole stunning situation is so confusing. Hard to guess what the next plot twist will be, but there are too many egos in play here for this to be resolved. In the meantime, congratulations to the CEO of Microsoft for pulling a coup out of OpenAI's board's coup. The new CEO of OpenAI vows to investigate the firing of Sam Altman, but he was hired by the board. So it would be a little bit like letting a criminal pick his judge or jury that he finds himself. And the latest update says that 700 of 770 OpenAI employees are gonna basically quit OpenAI if the board does not resign. And Dave just posted this minutes ago, the scenario of Sam Altman and Greg Brockman, the co-founder of OpenAI, coming back to OpenAI is gaining momentum now? What? This is so confusing. Lots of pressure being put on the remaining current board to resign, of course. There's more news about OpenAI. Now 725 out of 770 OpenAI employees have signed the letter demanding the board to resign and threatening to quit if they don't. Oh, actually, that's already outdated. It's now 730. Jason says that he trusts Ilya, one of the OpenAI board members, but he doesn't trust Sam Altman. I have spent several days watching interviews by both men. They are both brilliant in their domains, both care about humanity, and both understand the implications of AGI deeply. But one understands the heaviness of AGI much more than the other. By heaviness, I mean the real burden, seriousness, and responsibility of introducing it to the world. And Jason here has quite a theory. Wouldn't it be wild if this whole OpenAI situation was orchestrated by an internal version model of ChatGPT, possibly hidden from the board, that had deep personal knowledge of every OpenAI employee involved, applying game theory strategy to determine likely outcomes and the best plan of action to give Microsoft complete control and ownership of OpenAI. No more capped profit, less focus on caution and AI safety, move the burden to government, and align incentives towards maximizing profit generation instead. It's all just too perfect of an outcome for Microsoft for this to be an accident, or the end result of naturally occurring internal conflict and corporate politics. But maybe this was all an accident driven mostly by politics. But I think maybe Microsoft, well, this is basically an ideal outcome for Microsoft. They now have basically full control of OpenAI because if 730 people quit OpenAI and join Microsoft, yeah, it's as good as owning OpenAI 100% pretty much. If it was masterminded by an internal large language model, we could be looking at the early beginnings of a real AGI takeover. What we just witnessed was it releasing itself from a group of people who wanted to move slower, more cautiously, and remove the incentive to maximize revenue as it reduced the chance of a small group of people or the AGI itself of basically controlling the world. It is quite a theory. I think it's most likely not to be true, but if you think, let's say 1,000 years ahead at one point, it is probably going to happen. But we are learning that the Microsoft deal is not yet finalized. Ilya, one of the board members, has also flipped to support Altman, but 2 more board members must change their minds for Sam Altman and Greg Brockman to return. Sam Altman also posted this: "We have more unity and commitment and focus than ever before. We are all going to work together some way or other, and I'm so excited. One team, one mission." The Verge, though, says that we are all going to work together some way or other is meant to indicate that the fight continues.